టు మై ఛానల్ విఎస్కే స్టడీస్. నేను మీ వి శైలేష్ కుమార్. ఈరోజు చెప్పడానికి వచ్చేసాను దట్ ఈస్ కెమిస్ట్రీ. మీరు చూస్తూనే ఉన్నారు న్యూలాండ్స్ లా అండ్ లోథర్మేర్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్. ఈరోజు టాపిక్ అది. సో సారీ ఫ్రెండ్స్, కొంచెం లేట్ అయింది వీడియో, ఎందుకంటే నేను ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ తీసుకోవడానికి కానీ కొంచెం లేట్ అయింది. సో నేను వాట్ షుడ్ ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ దీస్ యూట్యూబ్ క్లాసెస్ దట్ షుడ్ బీ ఇన్ ఏ perfect manner. So I have collected the information to execute in this channel. So friends, please don't worry, now onwards daily I will upload these videos. So friends, I'm continuing this channel in English only, because many of the subscribers and whoever seeing this channel, they said to continue English, so I'm continuing in English itself. Okay friends, I hope you can understand very well this concept, and this is very important concept in 10th class as well as in IIT. Okay friends, thanks for your support. Just 15 subscribers, so please, views are increasing but subscribers and likes are not increasing. So please subscribe and please press on like button. Okay friends, and don't forget to press on the bell icon, because whatever the videos I upload, that you can able to see in the notifications. Okay friends, now let us go directly to the topic, Newland's law of octaves. So friends, I hope you understand what is Dobereiner triads, that introduction part. Dobereiner triads, that is very important topic. Now let us go into the Newland's law of octaves. So friends, I have written only Newland's law, but the main expansion is that Newland's law of octaves. So friends, octaves, what is mean by oct? In maths we say octagon. Okay, in chemistry we say octet configuration. So friends, what is mean by oct? Oct itself meaning 8. Okay friends, in 1864, Newlands, a scientist called Newlands, he framed this law. What is that? First we will go to the statement of this, and detailedly we will explain that. Okay, Newlands in 1864, he said that the first element, okay, the first element, when the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses or atomic weights, the first element is resembling with the 8th element. Okay, this is the important statement. This is the statement proposed by Newlands. Once again I will repeat friends, don't worry. When the elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic weights or atomic masses, the first element is resembling with the 8th element. Okay friends, I think this is clear. What is many of you think what is resembling meaning? Resembling is that showing the similar properties. Okay, showing the similar properties is known as resembling of elements. So friends, when we apply this practically, we observe that in a musical scale, that is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Sa, the first letter is sa and the last letter also is sa. So I think we can practically apply to the elements, and we can to better understandment, we can apply this sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa to this Newland's law of octaves. Okay friends, at that time, at Newland's time, about there are 56 elements only. He arranged in the form of a, not, we cannot say table, but he arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Okay friends, now let us see how he arranged the elements. I hope you understand the statement of this Newland, and now let us see how the Newlands has arranged his elements. And at that time there were only 56 elements were discovered. Now let us see how he arranged the elements. This is important point friends. Hydrogen and helium, that not discovered at that time. So he placed first at lithium. Okay, now let us see. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. Next, potassium, calcium, calcium, manganese, titanium, iron, cobalt, nickel. Okay friends, this is the way Newlands has arranged his elements. Okay friends, we will apply this Newland's law of octaves, how it is successful. See, lithium is the first element. Lithium is the first element. Let us assume, according to Newland, eighth element should show similar properties with the lithium. So friends, see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Yes, this is the eighth element. Newland said that the first element is resembling with the eighth element. So we are in the now let us now in the modern periodic table, that is long form of periodic table, we can also notice that lithium and sodium are showing the similar properties. So they belongs to first A group, that is alkali metals. So we can understand this, that this Newland has successfully said successfully explained how these elements are showing similar properties with the eighth element. Okay friends, now we will see, as I said, the musical instrument sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. See, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, it is matching, no? Like this we can practically apply to the elements. Okay friends, now let us see how it is applicable. Now let us see for chlorine. Okay, fluorine and chlorine, let us see. Okay friends, let us think fluorine is first element, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes, in the modern form of periodic table also we can observe that fluorine or chlorine belongs to, that is 7th group, that is 7th A group or 17th group. They are showing similar properties. We can understand like this. So friends, as Newlands has done this much efforts for his classification, though why it failed, now we will discuss. So friends, about 56 elements were discovered at that time. Newlands thought that no elements could be discovered and no elements to be discovered in future. So he did not give any extra information. If future elements were discovered, what is the place of their new elements? So he did not say. This is one demerit. And one more thing is that this law, Newland's law of octaves, this law can be practically applied to up to the calcium itself. We cannot apply more than up to calcium only we can apply. So friends, these are the demerits, and one more demerit is that no gaps were given. Okay friends, and one more thing, one important point friends, periodicity. So friends, by learning this law, Newland's law of octaves, he gave a new word called periodicity. What is periodicity? The properties, the reoccurring of properties at regular intervals is known as periodicity. Now we observed here, lithium after frequent intervals, again sodium is showing similar properties. So this is, we can understand this is periodicity. And one of the major demerit is that friends, now see, okay, we understood that lithium, sodium, potassium, these are showing similar properties. Beryllium, magnesium, boron, aluminium, carbon, silicon, nitrogen, phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur, these are all elements are showing the similar properties. Okay friends, now when we observe modern form of periodic table, manganese, titanium, iron, cobalt, nickel belongs to D block, that is transitional elements. So friends, fluorine, chlorine has different properties, and nickel is a D block element and is a metal, and these are electronegative elements. This is does not match to that fluorine and chlorine. How he arranged the elements with these elements? See, oxygen, sulfur arranged with cobalt, nitrogen, phosphorus arranged with iron, carbon, silicon is arranged with titanium, boron, aluminium is arranged with manganese. So friends, how he arranged? According to Newland's law of octaves, we can observe that the eighth element should show the similar properties. The first element should show the similar properties with the eighth element. So when we take in the case of chlorine, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, eighth element is nickel. How nickel will show the similar properties with the chlorine? So that is wrong. So this is also one of the major demerit of this Newland's law of octaves. Okay friends, I hope you understand about the Newland's law of octaves. So let us go to this. One small classification is there, that is Deccan-Courtius classification. Deccan-Courtius classification. Now let us see one small scientist in 1865. Remember friends, in 1865, Deccan-Courtius Deccan-Courtiers classification. What is Deccan-Courtiers classification? When the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses or atomic weights, he arranged the elements in the shape of cylinder, that is cylindrical shape. So friends, when we arrange the elements in the cylindrical shape, once you see, if the elements are arranged in the cylindrical shape, it is very difficult to say that where the element is located in that. So cylindrical is like this. We cannot predict the where the element is there, and we cannot study the properties well. So this is all. So people did not attract too much for this classification, and this classification has failed. Now let us see Lothar-Mayer's classification. Lothar-Mayer classification. Friends, remember one point that we say that Lothar-Mayer classification or Lothar-Mayer curves. We do not say Lothar-Mayer table, because Lothar-Mayer does not create a table. He drawn a graph. How the elements are placed in a graph. Now let us know. Okay friends, one important point. Lothar-Mayer had studied the only physical properties. Remember friends, only physical properties of the elements, and like such as examples, physical properties, melting point, boiling point, atomic mass, atomic volume, density, etc. are the physical properties of the elements. Lothar-Mayer had observed only the physical properties, and he framed the graph between atomic volume and atomic mass. Okay friends, now let us see the graph. Atomic mass and atomic volume. He considered atomic volume here and the atomic mass here. Are you able to see friends? We can see here. So he drawn a graph like this. He drawn a graph like this. Okay friends, he came to one conclusion. By drawing this graph, he came to one conclusion that with the elements which are showing same properties, that are occupying the same positions on the graph, that is on the curve. Example, I will give one rough example friends. See here, if you think this is a Lothar-Mayer graph, 1 minute friends, I will make it neat. If you think this is a Lothar-Mayer graph, this is the peak. Okay friends, now let us take lithium and sodium. So like this, it is occupying the same positions on the curve. This conclusion was made by Lothar-Mayer. Now how elements are arranged in the graph, now we will observe. At the peak of the graph, all alkali metals, electropositive elements, that is first group elements, that is first A group elements are present. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, etc. Now at bottom all the transitional elements. Now we learned about transitional elements, that is manganese, chromium, vanadium, titanium, manganese, cobalt, iron, that all we observed. He placed bottom transitional elements. Now at the mid positions of the curve, he placed second group elements, electropositive, that also. Second group is nothing but sodium, magnesium, calcium, radium, barium, etc. He placed on the mid positions of the curve. Now at ascending, that is to the bottom of the graph, he placed the halogens he placed. Friends, do you know what is meant by halogens? That is 7th A group. Okay friends, I hope you understand this class. For further details, please I will do the video tomorrow itself. I don't make any late. And please comment friends how is the video, and is it clear or not. Please support us friends. Everyone please like and subscribe and share to your friends. It is very helpful. And I will upload what are the techniques to remember the periodic table, and what are the formulas we should remember. I will upload all these friends in the upcoming videos. So please subscribe us. Thank you friends for watching this video. Thank you.